So the 2017 season for the FIRST Robotics has kicked off. We just saw the game reveal, and I wanted to give some of my thoughts of what I've seen so far.
It's up, up and away! It's time to reveal the 2017 challenge!
Welcome to the FIRST Robotics competition and the 2017 game, FIRST Steamworks! 2 adventurer clubs, alliances of 3 teams each, prepare for a long-distance airship race by collecting fuel to build steam pressure, installing gears to engage rotors, and climbing aboard for liftoff. The airship best prepared for flight when the launch timer reaches 0 wins. Matches begin with robots touching their Alliance Station wall. Teams may preload up to 10 fuel elements and 1 gear on each robot. Fuel is available in hoppers placed around the perimeter of the field. Additional fuel and gears are available at the Alliance loading station. During the first 15 seconds of the match, the robots are autonomous. They work to reach their baseline, score fuel in the boiler, or deliver gears to the airship. During the following 2-minute and 15-second teleoperated period, human drivers remotely control their robots. They continue to gather fuel from the field and the hoppers to score in the boilers. They also collect and deliver more gears. Human players located behind the Alliance Station wall deliver gears and recycled fuel to robots through the loading stations. Steam pressure builds as fuel is added to the boilers. The high boiler produces more steam per unit of fuel than the low boiler. The more fuel scored in the boiler, the higher the steam pressure climbs. Alliances earn points for the amount of steam pressure built, and pressure over a certain level earns an additional bonus. Each airship has 4 rotors, with some gears missing. Oh dear. Gears delivered to the airship lifts are retrieved by the airship pilots, who then place them in the gear train to engage and spin up the rotors. Each rotor requires an increasing number of gears to become engaged. Points are awarded for each airship rotor turning by the end of the match. Airships spinning all 4 rotors also earn an additional bonus. Towards the end of each match, pilots deploy ropes for their robots to climb aboard. Alliances earn points for each robot secured aboard the airship by the end of the match. Be prepared. It takes time for the boilers to process fuel for the airships. Fuel put in the boiler near the very end of the match may not get processed before the airship takes off. The alliance with the highest score at the end of the match earns the win. Ready your robot, fly your banner, and prepare to take flight with this year's FIRST Robotics competition, FIRST Steamworks! Ha ha!
So first thing being that visibility is going to be an issue this year. With those 2 airships right in the way, the team that's in the middle, so Station 2, is going to have no line of sight. So that's going to be a challenge. The other thing noticing is that there's only 1 boiler per an alliance. So that's going to be a bottleneck, and I'll talk a little bit about that in a minute. The gears might be easier to get scores on the scoreboard, but keeping in mind that we need fuel to steam the boiler for the gears to even make sense. The other thing, looks like 3 robots can load gears versus only about 1 robot can do the low boiler, and maybe only 1 robot can do the high boiler. So that's going to be a bottleneck for teams. The high boiler is very, very small, and I don't know if there's any reflectors, so whether people can do image acquisition on that, it's going to probably be a little challenging. So it might be worthwhile to have a robot that's more like a trash truck, so they can just dump into that low boiler. The teams are really going to need to understand the point system to find out where the best return on investment is. I know last year, yes, it was great to get high goals, but most of the teams, if you could just make those low goals, that got you through and really made you move up in the rankings. The fueling stations, that might be a teamwork thing. It looks like if you had 3 robots set up, 1 to articulate the drop and then 2 to receive, that would allow for there to be no fuel on the field. It would save time so you don't have to go around and vacuum up all of those balls. And also it would allow that you're receiving all of the fuel and not your opponent. So that could be interesting. It would be interesting to see if anyone makes a robot that is kind of like an almond tree shaker. So it would shoot at the high boiler, but if it missed, it would roll down, grab that chute, and then go into the low boiler. So it would be a guarantee score in one or the other. It'll also be interesting to see if any teams create a robot that has its own feed hopper, so that Alliance members could load into the shooter and the shooter just keeps on shooting. The airship, it looks like it has, so just a reminder, it has 3 props that are on the outside and then 1 large prop in the middle. The 3 props on the outside appear to be 1 articulated by 3 gears, 1 articulated by 4 gears, and 1 articulated by 5 gears. So that way teams can get points on the scoreboard if they don't load all the gears. Another challenge is going to be at the end, there's another climb. This year it's a rope climb, and that's going to be very challenging. I'll show some videos of how humans climb ropes and the little tricks that they can use. So they're either going to have a robot that has a very strong grip, or they're going to have a robot that has some kind of like twist turn maze, so that way it really anchors itself in there. Otherwise it might slide down that rope. Another thing is you're going to have to look in the rule book whether the bumper needs to articulate the switch, or whether some other part of the robot can articulate that switch at the top to say that they've climbed. Because what could happen, and most likely they've made a rule so that this doesn't happen, is you just climb up a little bit of that rope and then you just reach up an arm and just articulate that switch. So right now, that is my thoughts on the 2017 FIRST Robotics Challenge. Obviously, in the next couple hours, we're going to look through the rules and really get a better understanding of this new game.
Steam powered, steam powered, steam powered. Steam powered, steam powered, steam powered. So you'd like to know about steampunk, would you, teens? Well, I suppose I can teach you a thing or two. If you're all about steam and brass, and all you need to depart is a team and a task, sharp set of gears and a gleaming arc, competitive robots seeking the start. If you're all about reaching far, seeking the game on secret charts, meeting in secret beneath the stars, loaded with pizza and feeling smart. If you're making a robot army, marching armed for starting a party, something so wondrous, and a specially constructed electrical bus so thunderous. Don't come to fuss, got a wanderlust and you're one of us. We bump steampunk, need one of these, jump free power, free fun, here come the steampunks. Steam powered, steam powered, steam powered, steam powered, steam powered, steam powered, steam powered. Just bring your plans and plots and schemes. We've got the mechanics if you've got the dreams. All people, countries, cultures, teams. Welcome one and all to the age of steam. Keep it courteous, professional, worth it to work together in the first Steamworks. The future of technology is all that it seems. Welcome one and all to the age of steam. Steam powered, steam powered, steam powered. Steam powered, steam powered, steam powered. We are looking forward in time, pushing past certain factory grime. All other groups to the back of the line. We are the future, in fact, divine. Gleaming machinery is seen to be reckoned with. Every single member an excellent gentleman or lady, creating, leading a steamship in between T-ships. But the people need this. You see, we're taking care of our crew like we do our facial hair. Be made aware when making improvements. Don't call it a scene, it's more of a movement, more of an era. Clearing the air, taking over, nearly there. Students, coaches, mentors, teams, welcome one and all